Bargain Princess! Okay, so I'm really excited just because I picked up a lot of new makeup from the drugstore, mainly Maybelline, just because a few of you recommended to try out the new Matte and Poreless foundation, and I also picked up the primer, concealer, as well as brow drama just because, hello! Hopefully I picked up the right shade. I don't know. The powder I ended up getting 310, and then the foundation I picked up in 330 Toffee, and this was actually the second to darkest shade, so not that many shades to pick from, unfortunately. So I'm actually going to do one side of my face with this new product that I also picked up from Maybelline, and it's their Master Prime by Face Studio in Blur and Smooth. I did have two others to pick from as well, especially if you suffer from redness or dull skin. Oh. It looks like a lotion. It's a very lightweight consistency. If anything, it feels like my moisturizer that I usually apply. So I don't really see any blurring or any smoothing of my skin, especially around the nose. To be honest, it looks exactly like this side without the primer. So, oh no. Once again, I did pick up the shade 330 in Toffee Caramel. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a pump, but I mean, I guess that's what you get for $8.39. Ooh, using my e.l.f. flat top kabuki brush, you can get this at Target for $3. I seriously swear by this brush. And I'm just gonna start stippling this onto my face. Ooh. Oh man, I think it might be a tad bit too dark. This foundation definitely seems like it dries rather quickly actually, because the bottom half of my face looks like it's already set and I am looking like an Oompa Loompa. It definitely has a lot of yellow, orange undertones. Yeah, definitely not the right shade. Oh, you can see it on my neck. How this isn't even the right shade. What was I thinking? How is this looking so far? Okay, so one half of my face is done. It definitely goes on rather nicely. No streaking. It definitely seems like it has a medium coverage. I can still see my beauty marks peeking through. Not necessarily too matte. If anything, I would say that it has like a Demi matte finish just because I still see a little bit of shine peeking through. It dries super quick, and then as far as the pores, not that bad. It's actually very poreless on my nose, so hey! So here's one light layer applied evenly throughout my face. This side, remember, is the foundation and the primer, and then this side is just the foundation. And surprisingly, I actually think I prefer the foundation, or you could do without the primer with this foundation, just because on this side, especially around my chin area, it's created some sort of like lines or textures on my chin that I've never seen before with foundation. The primer, I don't know. Now as far as the concealer, I did pick up the shade medium. There's a toss-up between medium or medium deep. I don't know, maybe I should have gotten the medium deep because clearly I'm having trouble picking out my shade right now, but I don't know. I really like the fact that it comes in a squeezy tube. Basically, this is supposed to be a full coverage, high resistant, undetectable finish. It's a very thin consistency. This is rather light. But maybe with the powder it will kind of offset and balance itself out. It definitely is doing an amazing job covering up my dark circles. I'm actually quite curious to see what shade the medium deep looks like. Oh yeah! I'm going to apply a little bit on my chin to brighten that up, as well as to adjust a little bit of this foundation. Now setting everything with my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 310 with my L'Oreal Techniques powder brush. I absolutely love this brush, and this concealer is looking rather light on my skin. But let's see if the powder can just bring it all together. Now this powder isn't as fine compared to my Maybelline Dream Wonder, but it's definitely toned down the concealer. If anything, it seemed like it provided a little bit more coverage and color because I'm looking extremely orange right now. As far as the concealer, oh wow, it's actually creasing under my eyes, which ain't cute.
Wow. I added in a quick makeup look just because one, okay, maybe three of you are only ever interested in makeup tutorials, which kind of sucks. But anyways, everything used is linked down below.
Okay, I'm impressed. I mean, seriously, after 5.5 hours later, you can see for yourself, I had very minimal oil buildup. And I don't really think you guys understand how greasy I can actually really get, especially if you're comparing it to the foundation that I previously reviewed. Yeah, that $39 foundation from Urban Decay Naked Negative, especially since retails for under $10. I mean, I think it was like $8.49 to be exact, but I'm pretty sure you can get this cheaper at Walmart. I'm just so impressed, you guys, just because this is tolerable. This is extremely tolerable for me. And then looking up close, oh, my nose looks so pretty. It looks extremely poreless right now. It kind of looks borderline flawless, and I don't say that too much about foundations, but honestly I really don't notice much of a difference with the primer. I didn't see any blurring or smoothing difference. Both sides look the same amount of oil buildup. If anything, the side with the primer, the creasing under the eye from the concealer is very minimal compared to this side without the primer, but the concealer, I have a love-hate relationship with this thing just because I loved how lightweight it was. I loved how it brightened up my under eyes, and I loved how it also concealed my baggage. But I don't love the creasing. I mean, if you're going to compare this to my LA Girl Pro Concealer, I definitely still recommend that. It's only $3, $3 to $4 depending on where you go. But I mean, shoot, for $9 for something that creases, I'm gonna have to play around with this. The brow drama, what a joke. This was a waste of my money. This was like the most flimsiest eyebrow brush. I still don't get the bristles at all. It barely made a dent or a difference in my eyebrows. It didn't even cling on to any of my eyebrow hairs. You guys know that I barely have eyebrows. If anything, this would probably be best for those who have thicker eyebrows, longer eyebrows. If you suffer from like 1 or 2 gray hairs, then maybe this would make a difference, but I don't see any sculpting, defining, nothing with this. And the powder, it's alright. I mean, I've originally used the Maybelline Fit Me, the first powder, and from what I can remember, it had more of a dewy texture. It had like little fine flecks of glitter in there. Maybe that's probably why I never purchased it again. Granted, this powder definitely has a matte finish. It did not live up to being a long-lasting 12-hour wear. I still have shine on my face. It's just okay. It's alright. So that is it. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on any of these products to help me and anybody else out who's possibly interested. I just really love this, you guys. I'm not sure if I want to still stick with the 330 shade or if I possibly want to go down a shade, just because I really feel like the color adjusted to my natural skin tone, but I really like it. Let me know in the comment section down below, what did you think about this video? Don't forget to thumbs up. It really helps me out. Share with your friends, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button for weekly videos, and I will see you on my next one. Bye! I'm excited about this one, Matte Frappuccino. Do you see that? Like a matte chocolate brown.